Hello everyone, this is Serenophilia Tarot with your new moon reading in Pisces, coming up in 24, 26, 28 hours, something like that, depending on where you are. I'm here in New Zealand, so I've got a little bit more to wait for it, but however, today is the 5th of March. It's a very special day. For me, my beautiful love has got his birthday, and I found this gorgeous crystal by the ocean when I was walking. And you can maybe faintly see that little grayish circle around there. And him and I have been talking about stone circles for a while, since beginning of February really, when we have been lured into some stone circles, and this is very magical. So this goes on our main card deck, and I've got also two of my other crystals here and one of my favorite stones on this card deck. Okay, so Pisces, it's all about Pisces, all about emotions, depth. It's the cycles ending. Okay, so with the new moon, new cycles will be starting again, but also big shifts happening, big cycles ending. And then we have retrograde, blessed Mercury retrograde, where we can revise in this time. So starting from today really, and going way down March, and just float. Don't get hung up on things too much. Okay, you can't take things too seriously, or too, how can I say it, just don't pinpoint too much or get it go into your head too much. Really be very intuitive. It's going to be such an intuitive time. It's going to be great. Okay, so really trust your intuition with Pisces being in the sun, or the sun being in Pisces really. And yeah, we've got a few things happening in the sky as well, but I'm not going to elaborate on that too much, because I want you to be open as well and really flow, because that's the main characteristic of Pisces, right? So let's see what our new magical stone has been doing for the cards. I so love it. I really wonder where it has come from. I'm in New Zealand, Devonport, kind of walking on Cheltenham Beach, and this stone just comes up. It was actually this way, and then I found it. I saw it. I thought, oh, that's a special piece of glass, and then I realized actually, no, it's some sort of crystal. So yeah, let's see what he's been doing for us. Oh, sorry. Here we go. First, the fairy cards. Let us see what's coming up for this new moon in Pisces for you guys to flow with. Beauty, gorgeous. Okay, it's all about the self-love, the self-care, looking after yourself. And funny enough, I really took my time today to groom myself. After a very long walk, had a nice foot bath, all kinds of tinkering around. Yeah, just really beautiful. So yes, look at yourself, where you want to invest some time in self-care, really giving you lots of love. It doesn't only have to be in the outside. You can also meditate or go for walks, or go swimming, or make yourself a beautiful dinner, or breakfast, very special one, just something which is really filling you with joy, okay? So taking care of yourself, looking after yourself, being kind with yourself. Very nice. So one of my crystals I found in the Swiss Alps when I was a kid. I was just walking into it really. It was just there. And people say that the gnomes from the mountains put them in special places. So you find them and you're granted to take them. So that was a very special memory as well, this one. So let's see what is coming up with the Angel Oracle cards from Doreen Virtue for this new moon in Pisces to guide us with our intuition. Hello, good, okay. On this path. 5 of Wands, okay. There might be some conflicts arising, okay. Conflicts of interests, but really minor things, little bickerings, you know, which can be a bit annoying. So with Mercury retrograde, obviously communication can get a little bit wonky. All electrical items are going a bit funny as well. So just go easy on it and leave it aside and do it another time, because there's always going to be the right time to do it or to master it. So if there is a block or something is not quite working out in one moment, it might in the next, okay? But don't push it, just really flow with it, okay? There can be kind of conflicts, challenges, in a sense of really revising, looking at them again and growing from it, right? That's because fire is all about growth. The wands are all about growth. So you just really tap into your inner fire. And if you feel like, oh man, that has really beaten me down, now I don't know where to go, what to do, or no, this really bums me out, I couldn't get that, what I hoped for, okay, you're going to come to peace with it and let it go. And maybe you find another way to get there, okay, or another option, or just, you know, it will come to you. If it's meant to be happening, it will happen. Maybe the moment was just not right in that particular instance. Or the people who challenge you, you know, like you will get back to them later on and just go like, hang on, look, this and this is actually really the issue, and not that what has been talked about, okay? Here another gorgeous crystal. I'm not really sure where I got that one from, but yeah, it's another beautiful crystal from the mountains. There we go. Let's see what earth magic cards are going to reveal to us for this Pisces new moon coming up on the 6th or on the 7th, depending on where you are on the world. For us in New Zealand, it's going to be, in Auckland, it's going to be about 5 o'clock in the morning on the 7th. Here we go. Oh, cleansing, beautiful, really good. Ties in very well with taking care of yourself. And also with the Mercury retrograde, you know, like when you revise things and have to revisit things, you know, you kind of cleanse them as well. You let, you know, you polish them up a bit. You let some of the dust go, or some of the dirt, okay, let it go, which is just not necessary anymore. And cleansing in a sense of cleansing yourself as well. This is going to be pivotal in these moments, because yeah, anything what sticks on you, you feel like, ugh, that was a bit ugly, okay, that conflict was a bit too much, or that was a bit of a load, okay, I got just right now. Cleanse it off you, okay? Can be with a bath, with a shower, very consciously cleaning it off, cleansing it away, okay? So you can let it go, and let it go into the big river, into the ocean, far away where it gets dispersed into the vast. And now we're going to come to our Druidcraft Tarot. I get 3 cards for this new moon in Pisces, which give us a bit more insight into, okay. All right, 6 of Wands, okay, this is victory. Okay, so at the end of the day, it's all going to be fine. You come back from these battles or challenges, gaining strength, gaining confidence, shaking off a few things, okay? Feeling maybe a little bit exhausted, but still, nah, I've done it. I've achieved it, I've mastered it. It doesn't affect me as much anymore as it used to, maybe, okay? And I can actually manage really well. Then here is the Queen of Pentacles. She's all about beauty as well. She's all about looking after the home, looking after herself, looking after her finances, bringing the kids at the table, you know, cooking, making things, being quite hands-on, okay? And she is here she is doing the drum, okay? So it goes to her pace, with her pace. You can also see a little rabbit back there, okay? Looking at her. Rabbits are for me very playful animals and quite aware of the environment, and they can also retreat very easily if there is something which is too dangerous or too intense. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles under beauty is actually quite gorgeous. And then we have the King of Swords. King of Swords, the thinker, the one who is the master of the mind, okay? However, this is going to be quite tricky because the master of the mind is going to be quite the contrary of the Pisces energy, okay? You're going to be handling there. And he is just really wanting to put everything in order, cutting all ties off instantly, and it's quite rash, quite harsh at times, okay, and forgets the vulnerability of maybe others or places, or, you know, it's a bit more ego-driven, but also a sense of letting go comes through for me as well. Okay, him not wanting to deal with certain things, just being really clear, like, oh no, I'm not going to deal with that anymore. Hey, that's rubbish. That's so much junk. Okay, I felt so yucky after that, so I'm not going to have that anymore. Bye. I'm turning my back on this and cut off the cords. Actually, cord cutting in this time is going to be quite interesting. I can say an interesting action, shall I say it like this, because we can cut cords with people we feel we can't handle certain connections anymore. Is it along our chakras, or is it in certain parts of our body? You can also just cleanse them, okay? There is plenty of stuff on YouTube you can watch and be guided through, or you just do it in a meditative state and visualize clearly with certain persons or places. You can even cleanse places you're attached to, okay, to become less stagnant again, or to cut off that a different connection can be found again in some stage, okay? It always sounds a little bit harsh, cutting off and all that. It sounds so absolute, but you know that the cycle of life is never ending, and whenever we destroy everything, thanks to nature, thanks to the universe, there's always something growing again. It might not be in our lifetime, or that seems a bit the scary part of it, because we might not see that anymore in our body in our lifetime, but inside we know it's going to happen. Doesn't mean you have to go out and destroy everything and everyone, okay, because this is definitely against the law, but I mean it more in a metaphorical way, okay. So really this ties in very well for me with the cleansing process as well, and being clear about certain things. You're not gonna deal with it anymore. You don't want to have it like this in your life any longer, okay. And being very intuitive, or being intuitively guided during this Pisces season, okay, you will have to go inside, retreat inside, and feel very clearly and weigh up, okay. You weigh up the plus and the minus, and if it's still kind of in a certain balance, that if you, okay, I can still manage that, okay, I will work through that, and it's obviously not always about others, it's always also about us, okay, because we are in continuous growing phase, expanding, learning about different dimensions, learning about all these portals we can enter, all these state of energies we can acquire and live or perceive and expand on, okay. So this is going to be, even if it's going to be intense, okay, the best thing is the least resistance, in a sense of the least resistance of not wanting to fight it, okay, not gonna fight it in a sense of just blocking it off. You're gonna retreat, there's something going on, very, very well, okay, and you're gonna retreat in yourself, take self-care, very important, okay, looking after everything else, keep your nest warm and cozy, your room or your place, okay, or a place where you like going to, you nurture it, that's right, that's the nurturing, and cleans that off which is not longer required to carry into the new cycle, because Pisces is at the end of the zodiac, okay, so then there will be Aries, and Aries is the beginning of the zodiac, it's fire, it's going full blast again, so it's actually quite good to slow down towards the end of the cycle a bit, and revise and pick those prickly bits out of the flower bush, and yeah, and let them go, let them be somewhere else, like it's not that they're going to disappear completely, but just give them a different place to be, and not in your vicinity, or yeah, in a good distance, in a sense, in a really good healthy distance where you feel, yeah, that's how I manage that, okay. As you know, we've been I assume most of the people who listen to that have had a certain lifespan that they can say and look back and see that people around them have been coming and going, and it always matters or depends on our growth and how we perceive ourselves and how we portray ourselves to the outside of the world, and that's what we get in, okay. And in all varieties, it doesn't mean they're the same people like you are, but in sometimes they're complete opposites, but they trigger elements in you which you could grow if you would choose to do so, okay. And sometimes we have very, very challenging people around us, okay, but they trigger something in us, okay, which makes us evolve, yeah, which makes us evolve and understand the bigger picture as well of the balance of life, really, the lemniscate, okay, the lying 8 comes a lot to me, and yeah, um, all the rhythms is nice because she is going, she uses her drum for a rhythm, hey, and I think it's good to kind of slow down things a little bit. It's also good that there is the fire is here, and here we have the water, okay, so yeah, really slow down so we can enter then Aries season in full bloom. So I hope that reading was helpful for you, and I wish you the most beautiful new moon in Pisces. And if you have any more questions or would like to know more, then please contact me. And yes, I wish you all the best in your growth and on your path. Namaste, many moonlight blessings.